Hi, I'm Brandon Whipple, a candidate for Mayor of Wichita. I'm running for mayor because my past 7 years of experience in the legislature has taught me that if we have strong leadership at the local level, leaders who are willing to work with the state and to work with the county, then we can get more for our taxpayers. Wichita is at a turning point. Our #1 export isn't planes and it isn't wheat. It's educated young people who feel they can't reach their potential here in Wichita. I want to change that. If I'm mayor, I think that we should be working to make Wichita not only a place of opportunity for those who are currently here, but also those who want to plant roots and raise their families here. I think Wichita needs someone who can step in and be a good mayor on day one. My experience in the legislature has taught me to work across the aisle and to make deals with people who I might disagree with for the good of the voters. My past 7 years of success in Topeka, which is one of the most toxic political environments in the whole country, has prepared me to be able to work in a bipartisan fashion here for Wichita taxpayers, and not just for the interest groups and not just for the people who have the most influence. My #1 priority is going to be transparency and making City Hall a culture in which people feel open to come in and to express their ideas. Right now, the perspective is most of our big issue items are being done behind closed doors. And one of the problems with that is that it makes winners and losers out of those who have access to our political establishment. I want to change that. I want to make sure that people have trust in City Hall, that people can feel like they can come in, talk to their leaders, because the reality is they're our boss. We work for the voters. We don't work for the interest groups. And adding transparency is going to restore those relationships. My second priority is making sure that we have infrastructure development, not just downtown, but also throughout Wichita. As Wichita grows economically into the next economy, we need to make sure that we invest in high-speed internet, and we need to make sure that we also invest in the areas that might have more affordable housing for young families, but don't have the resources that businesses are looking for to open up shop and create jobs in those areas. The third priority is to make sure that our communities are both safe and healthy. Right now, we have an underfunded police force, which is expanding the amount of time it takes for them to respond to emergencies. When I was growing up, I was allowed to go play in my front yard until the streetlights came on and then go back inside without my mom worrying about if I was going to be safe or not. We need to make sure that Wichita families feel safe in their communities, and the way to do that is to no longer neglect funding for our police force. In addition to safety, we have to focus on mental health. One of the things that I've done in the legislature is support more access to funding to help those in our community who are suffering with mental health. I've even stepped across party lines and voted against my party's governor to ensure that our mental health crisis centers are fully funded right here in Wichita. So I'm Brandon Whipple, and I'm asking for your vote on August 6th, because I believe Wichita's best days lie ahead. I don't believe we get to prosperity by electing an insider or another insider. I think we get to prosperity by electing someone who understands that the voters are their boss. For us to change the culture of City Hall, we need to change the kind of person we send to City Hall, and that's what I'm offering in this election. And if you support me, then please vote on August 6th.